If you're a man over 60, I want you to picture this. You head to bed at night feeling fine, no pain, no warning, nothing unusual. You expect to rest peacefully. But by morning, something has shifted. Your energy feels stolen, your body is heavier, and the part of you that once gave you quiet confidence as a man is weaker than before. No alarm, no sharp pain, just a silent betrayal inside your body. And here's the truth very few men ever hear. A single habit you thought was harmless could be slowly draining your testosterone, suffocating circulation down there, and leaving your prostate more vulnerable with each passing night. I'm Dr. Maya Kapoor, and after decades of caring for men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, I can tell you this. What once felt comforting can quietly become the very trigger that erodes your manhood from the inside out. One of the most common hidden dangers comes from something almost every man enjoys: long, hot showers at night. For decades, my patients have told me that stepping into steaming water before bed is their way to relax. It loosens tight muscles, eases stiff joints, calms a restless mind. But here's what happens beneath the surface. The moment hot water touches your skin, blood vessels expand as if rubber bands are being stretched to their limit. That sudden dilation makes blood pressure fall quickly. For a younger man with flexible arteries, the body corrects the drop in seconds. But for men over 60, whose vessels are stiffer and more fragile, that drop steals circulation away from the organs that need it most: your prostate, your pelvic floor, and the arteries that supply firmness down there. It's not just a moment of dizziness. It starves your tissues of oxygen and slows circulation, creating the perfect setting for blockages that rob both your brain and your manhood of vital blood flow. I remember George, a 74-year-old retired mail carrier who had a ritual. Every night at 10, he showered under hot water until the room filled with steam. It was his comfort, the one time of day he felt at peace. One evening, he stepped out and told his wife he felt oddly weak, but he brushed it off. By morning, half his body would not respond. Tests revealed his blood pressure had dropped so low overnight that circulation slowed, a clot formed, and damage followed. Doctors focused on his brain, but I want you to see the bigger picture. That same process had been starving his manhood silently for years. The nightly ritual he believed was harmless had quietly stolen the vitality that once made him feel alive. And it isn't only about hot water. Timing matters just as much. Many men finish dinner, swallow their evening pills, and then step right into the shower. It feels efficient, almost relaxing. But after a meal, your body sends blood to your stomach to handle digestion. Medications, especially blood pressure pills, further lower your pressure. Add the heat of a shower, and even more blood is pulled to the surface of your skin. What does that leave behind? A pelvis and prostate starved of circulation. Erections become weaker, nerves less responsive, and the quiet swelling of the prostate begins. Harold, 76, was one of those men, a retired teacher, disciplined in his routines: dinner, pills, then a hot shower before sleep. One evening, not long after stepping out, his legs buckled, his vision blurred. He collapsed on the tile. By the time his daughter found him, his right arm hung useless, his words jumbled. A clot had formed in those vulnerable minutes. What struck me, though, was not only the stroke he suffered, but the years of complaints he had quietly carried: numbness, loss of morning erections, more frequent trips to the bathroom, all of it tied back to circulation that had been robbed night after night. The ritual he thought kept him healthy was silently undoing his strength as a man. This is what I need you to understand. At 30, your arteries are elastic, your hormones strong, your circulation quick to recover. At 70, the same sudden shifts your body once handled with ease can be devastating. A simple shower at the wrong time becomes the unseen thief of testosterone, blood flow, and intimacy. The prostate, that small walnut-sized gland, depends on steady circulation to stay cleansed and balanced. When blood supply falters, fluid stagnates, inflammation grows, and problems multiply. Too many men think their decline is just age, but I see every day how it's often the habits they never questioned. That's why I urge you, never shower right after meals or medication. Give yourself at least an hour. Allow your body to stabilize. Allow blood to return where it belongs. Protect the circulation that fuels your manhood. And when it comes to hot showers at night, think carefully. The warmth that soothes your back might be quietly weakening the very core of your masculinity. Even if you avoid hot showers after meals, there are still dangers hiding in plain sight. One of the most underestimated is simply staying too long in a steamy bathroom. Picture this. You close the door, turn up the hot water, and let the steam surround you. It feels private, soothing, almost like therapy for tired muscles. But what's happening in that fog is far less comforting. Steam quietly lowers the oxygen level in the room. As you breathe, your blood vessels expand even further from the heat. Blood pressure drops, circulation slows, and oxygen-starved blood moves sluggishly. For a younger body, this might not matter, but for a man past 60, this is the recipe for clots, tiny blockages forming in fragile arteries. They don't just threaten the brain, they threaten the smallest vessels feeding your prostate, your pelvic muscles, and the tissues responsible for erection. You don't feel it immediately. You don't see it, but your manhood is quietly being suffocated. Walter, 79, a retired mechanic, lived alone. Every night he rewarded himself with a long hot shower in a sealed bathroom. He told me it made him feel like the strong man he once was. But one evening, after nearly 20 minutes under steam, he stepped out dizzy. Minutes later, he collapsed in the hallway. When neighbors found him, his speech was gone, his right side paralyzed. Doctors discovered a major clot in his brain, but also signs of long-term pelvic congestion, a swollen prostate and sluggish circulation that had been building for years. His routine, the very one that felt like comfort, had been betraying him in silence. Another trap comes from something praised as healthy because it's promoted everywhere as healthy. Cold showers in the morning. Younger men, athletes, and online coaches rave about shocking the body awake with ice water. But for a man past 60, this sudden cold is not invigorating, it's violent. When icy water hits your skin, blood vessels clamp down like fists. Pressure spikes upward like a crashing wave. Your heart struggles to push against the sudden resistance. If your arteries are already stiffened from age or cholesterol, microscopic tears open inside their walls. Your body tries to repair them with clots. At 25, this might not matter. At 70, those clots can travel, sometimes to the brain, other times directly to the delicate vessels of your prostate and penis. The result? A sudden loss of firmness, lower sensitivity, or the beginning of swelling in a gland that depends on fluid release to stay healthy. James, 68, a retired firefighter, decided to try cold showers after watching a TV program. For a week, he told me, it felt great. He felt alert, alive. But then one morning, just minutes after finishing, his wife found him collapsed on the floor. The cold shock had spiked his blood pressure so high that a clot formed and lodged in his brain. He survived, but the damage was lasting. he struggled with intimacy afterward, not because he lacked desire, but because the circulation his manhood depended on was permanently weakened. The practice he believed would make him tougher had quietly stolen the vitality that defined him. This is the mistake too many older men make, copying routines designed for younger bodies. What invigorates a 20-year-old can destroy the fragile balance of a man at 70. That's why I tell my patients, if you want refreshment, start with lukewarm water. Let your body adjust gradually. Avoid shocking your circulation awake with ice. What feels like discipline could be the very act that sabotages your prostate, your testosterone, and your confidence. And then there is the danger men almost never consider, showering too late at night. For many, it's the ritual that ends the day. The house is quiet, the water warm, and it feels like the perfect way to prepare for bed. But inside your body, a different story unfolds. At night, your system is naturally trying to cool. Blood pressure dips, hormones shift, circulation slows. A hot shower reverses that, raising your core temperature, dilating vessels, pulling blood toward your skin, and draining it away from where it's most needed. On top of that, even warm showers dehydrate you, thickening blood just as you're about to sleep. The combination, lower nighttime pressure and thicker blood, creates the perfect storm for clots. And when clots form in the pelvic region, the prostate becomes swollen, painful, and congested. Erections fade, confidence collapses, and it all happens while you sleep. Alan, 79, had this exact habit. Every night around 11, he took a long, hot shower before bed. One morning, his daughter called and noticed his words were slurred. When she arrived, his right hand was limp, his mind confused. At the hospital, scans confirmed a clot had formed overnight. But what stood out was his blood work, signs of dehydration, thicker blood, and long-term stress on his prostate. His nightly ritual of peace had quietly set the stage for tragedy. So, if you love showers, take them earlier in the evening. Always drink water afterward. Give your body time to stabilize before you sleep. Protect your circulation, your hormones, and your manhood from the silent damage that builds at night. Because when it comes to protecting vitality, timing is as important as temperature. When I sit across from men in their 60s, 70s, or even 80s, I often hear the same resigned words, "Doc, I guess this is just what happens when you get old." They believe weaker erections, a swollen prostate, fading testosterone, and declining confidence are simply the price of age. But I look them in the eye and tell them gently, no, it doesn't have to be this way. Aging does not mean surrendering your manhood. Aging means adapting, and adaptation begins with understanding the hidden triggers that quietly chip away at you each day. Think back to what we've uncovered together. Hot showers at night, showering right after meals or medication, standing too long in steam, shocking your body with icy water in the morning, and bathing too late before bed. Each of these routines feels harmless, even comforting. But inside an older man's body, they disrupt circulation, weaken hormones, and overload the prostate. And because the damage builds in silence, most men never recognize it until it shows up as lost intimacy, weaker firmness, or restless nights rushing to the bathroom. By then, they think the decline is inevitable. But in truth, the cause is often hidden in the very habits they never questioned. Here is the good news. Change is possible. Your body may not bounce back as quickly as it once did, but it is still alive, still capable, still ready to respond when you give it the chance. I've seen men in their 70s who thought intimacy was gone forever begin to feel life return simply by making small adjustments, cooling their shower temperatures, ventilating the bathroom, waiting after meals, drinking water before bed. Within weeks, they noticed deeper sleep, steadier energy, fewer bathroom trips, and even the return of morning vitality. These weren't miracles. They were the natural reward of respecting a body that still longs to thrive. Take David, 75, a retired carpenter. For years, he believed his best days were behind him. He had accepted fatigue, weak erections, and a swollen prostate as his new normal. But after learning about these hidden dangers, he made changes. He shortened his showers, kept the water lukewarm, stopped showering right after dinner, and added a simple glass of water afterward. Within a month, he returned to my office with a smile. "Doc," he said, "I feel lighter. I wake up with energy again, and something I thought was gone has quietly come back." He didn't need a prescription. He needed awareness. That's the ripple effect men rarely consider. When your circulation improves, your manhood isn't the only thing that benefits. Your energy rises, your sleep deepens, your confidence returns. You look at your partner differently, with warmth instead of hesitation. You laugh more easily. You carry yourself with quiet strength, and you begin to say yes to life again in small ways, in big ways, in ways you never thought possible after 60. I want you to hold on to this truth. Aging does not mean fading. It means adapting with wisdom. When you respect your circulation, your prostate, and your testosterone, you don't just preserve sexual health. You preserve confidence, independence, and joy, and that makes every day worth more. So the next time you step into the shower, remember, you are not fragile, but you are different. Respect that difference. Choose timing and temperature with care. Ventilate your bathroom. Drink water after. Wait after meals. These simple changes may seem small, but they carry the power to protect your manhood, your hormones, and your independence for years to come. This is Dr. Maya Kapoor. If this message spoke to you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Share your experiences, your struggles, your victories. And if you'd like more guidance on keeping your vitality strong after 60, please subscribe so we can keep walking this journey together. Finally, if you know another man who needs to hear these words, share this video with him. You never know how much hope it might bring. Remember, your future is not behind you. With small, wise changes, your best years can still be ahead.